Field. Thank you for holding this important hearing on a bipartisan discussion draft legislation, the Transparency and Regulatory Analysis of Impacts on the Nation Act of 2011, which I will soon introduce along with my colleague, Jim Matheson, to address the cumulative cost of 10 economically significant EPA regulations and actions. Many of EPA's pending regulations and actions will cost our nation billions, impacting everything from energy reliability, jobs, manufacturing, and global economic competitiveness of the United States. The TRAIN Act will conduct an in-depth economic analysis so Congress and the American people can fully understand how the EPA's regulatory train wreck will impact our economy. In fact, 8 of the EPA's proposed regulations cost a minimum of $1 billion to the U.S. economy. The time to address the full economic burden of these regulations is now. Specifically, the TRAIN Act would require a federal interagency analysis of the cumulative impact of certain rules and actions of the Environmental Protection Agency on global economic competitiveness, energy and fuel prices, and the reliability of U.S. bulk power supply. It would also look at the impacts of these regulations on state and local governments and jobs. Under this legislation, the Interagency Committee, not just EPA, will analyze the cumulative impacts of 10 economically significant rules and actions issued by the EPA. This analysis will help Congress and federal agencies develop a better understanding of how these regulatory policies are impacting America's economy as a whole. What will these regulations cost? EPA doesn't know and has failed to conduct a study of the overall cumulative cost of many of their regulations together, which is why this legislation is so important. We desperately need an honest accounting of EPA's regulations, which this legislation will accomplish. I look forward to hearing the testimony of our witnesses today, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you, Mr.